Hey guys, Nats here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited because I have a giant book haul. It is the largest book haul I've ever done. So before we dive into the books, I'm gonna try these limited edition Lindt strawberries and cream balls. They look like this. They also match my nails. My nails are like mermaid unicorn. So good. Not too sweet. White chocolate and strawberry. This is Christmas Day, guys. Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World. So everyone has been talking about Abby and saying how amazing she is, how she writes the best romance books. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This one has been on my mental TBR for years. It's in a lot of people's top thriller lists. It's a guy that is unconscious and he awakes to find himself strapped to a gurney and surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits. Yeah, that sounds crazy and insane and right up my alley. This one is another favorite. It was very popular on Booktube. Yeah, basically everything that I've purchased is something that either everyone has been raving about on Booktube, BookTok, or Bookstagram, or it's something that I've wanted to read for ages. Now, this one is recommended by Jack Edwards, who any reader will know. Alone with You in the Ether. It's a love story. Just the title alone, Alone with You in the Ether, a love story. Another Jack recommendation is I Who Have Never Known Men. So this is 39 women living underground, imprisoned in a cage. But I'm kind of getting the vibe when I read reviews and hear about it that it's like a Handmaid's Tale-esque book. And then the most beautiful, happy, spring-like cover that I ever did see, it is Emily Henry, A Happy Place. Just like Abby Jimenez, who we talked about earlier, Emily Henry has built quite a following on Booktube and BookTok for her romantic, lovely, beautiful stories. And speaking of happy stories, I got a couple of Christmas books. I know it's way too early, but I thought while they're on sale, I might as well get a couple of Christmas books that I can read later in the year. And then Sally Rooney, Normal People. This one is one that I got for the cover, not gonna lie. It's a glass house. It also has Lisa Jewell, one of my favorite authors, saying extraordinary on the front. So The Glass House by Eve Chase. If Lisa Jewell likes it, that is enough for me. And then we have Never Let Me Go. And this was the winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. So need I say more? Alice Feeney. So I've read a couple of Alice Feeney books, love her. So I got Sometimes I Lie. This book, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This has amazing reviews. I feel like I haven't heard one bad thing about this book. I love a bit of magical realism. If I'm going to read romance, I do tend to prefer it to have those kind of magical elements. And time travel's my favorite trope. It honestly is. Sula by Toni Morrison. So this is another Jack Edwards. He said this is his new favorite book of all time. That guy reads more books than anyone on the planet. If he says that Sula is his favorite book, I'm reading Sula. Morrison explores the mythic power of femininity in a poor and isolated rural Black community. So that sounds intriguing, thought-provoking, and beautiful. And then another Jack recommendation, by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept. I think just by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept. I was just drawn in by that title, so we'll give that a go. And then Dolly Alderton, we've got Ghosts. I ordered a couple of other Dolly Aldertons as well. Another Emily Henry, this one's Book Lovers, with a fun cover. And then we have another Jack Edwards, Happy All the Time. So Jack Edwards recommended this and he said it made him happy. And then we have a Lucy Foley. She wrote The Guest List, which I loved, but this is The Hunting Party. And then speaking of thrillers, B.A. Paris. I've read a few B.A. Paris books and they've been good. So this one is Bring Me Back. And then we have part of a series by Japanese author Kawaguchi is the surname. Shunitsu. Yeah. It's called Before We Say Goodbye. And this one is part of the series, the Cafe series. Another Sally Rooney and another one of my hairs. I'm shedding long blonde hair. Long hair problems. Sally Rooney intermezzo. So out of all the Sally Rooneys, this one appeals the most, about two brothers. And I think it's set in Dublin. Yes. I love a book set in Ireland. It's just, there's something about the vibe of an Irish book. And that is all from the giant box. Let's see what is in the packages. I need to eat another one of these chocolate balls. So good. So satisfying. Riley Sager, another Riley Sager, Final Girls. Similar to Gone Girl, apparently. The bright pink on the cover, it's drawing me in. The colours. Another Christmas book, The Christmas Book Club by Sarah Morgan. Speaking of Christmas, this is Adam Kay. 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas. I read his first one, This Is Going to Hurt, and then there was the TV show based on that book. It was about Adam working as a doctor and all about the NHS, and he's a fantastic writer. He's really funny. He writes about medical, serious topics, but he writes about them with so much humour and heart and warmth and care, and yeah. He just makes you really not want to be a doctor though. The reality of working in the NHS, if there's anyone out here watching who is a doctor or a nurse, you're amazing. And then another Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. I'm obsessed with Lauren Graham. I'm a huge fan of Gilmore Girls, so this is Lauren Graham's Talking as Fast as I Can. In Gilmore Girls, if you guys have watched it, I'm sure you have, those monologues that she gets, I don't know how she does it. And then Tia Williams's 7 Days in June. So this is a modern love story, hilarious, romantic, and incredibly sexy. A captivating love story. I think it's set in Brooklyn, New York. Lastly, in this package, we have Blood Orange. This one was on sale like the rest, but I was drawn in by this beautiful cover, and also Lisa Jewell. If Lisa Jewell writes a review or a little blurb, I am going to be drawn in. Then we have 5 bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into these as fast as I can. Look at that cover. It's Fourth Wing, the famous Fourth Wing. Let's see. Nothing's going to rival the beauty of that one. Oh, okay. It's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. And I've actually owned this previously. Same cover. We'll unwrap it. I had this in 2016. Maybe it was 2015. And I, at the time, decided not to read it. I purchased it because it had amazing reviews, and I decided not to read it in the end because the font is just so microscopic and it was just so overwhelming. And I remember reading all of the reviews saying that it's very triggering and that it's so intense and emotional. And at the time, I just felt like I couldn't handle it. I was like, I can't do the little font and I can't do all of that emotion. But you know what? I can now. I feel ready. My eyes feel ready. My mind feels ready. And it's time. Matt Haig. How to Stop Time. So he's the author of Midnight Library. The Midnight Library is such a good book. It's one of the best books I've ever read. So I'm obsessed with him. The Bell Jar, a classic. So it's a haunting American classic. And apparently it's very witty and disturbing. It's about her insanity. All right, guys, that's all for now. I've got a few more packages coming, and then I'm going to film a bookshelf setup video next. So look out for that one. Subscribe so you don't miss that when I film it. And I will see you soon. Bye.
It's what you're doing, making me feel